Hello. So this video is something a little different. It's the first time I tried to give a few tips, a little bit of info for Pokemon. Uh, the games I'm going for are specifically Scarlet and Violet, and these are going to be a few tips and a bit of info for breeding specifically. Uh, just going over a few items and a few things. I realized after kind of recording that I forgot a few things, so there's going to be a part two to the video, just going over a few other things. Uh, I'm hoping to have the part two up either later this week or next week at the latest. So I hope you watch out for it, but here is the video. I hope you enjoy. So we are going to start off with a few items that I think you'll need to know about for breeding Pokemon. We are going to start with the Destiny Knot. When equipped to one of the Pokemon you're breeding, it'll pass down 5 IVs combined from both Pokemon to the egg Pokemon. So it's not just the 5 ID Ditto you breed with that'll pass down 5 IVs. It's a combination of both the Ditto and the other Pokemon you're breeding with. I didn't know that when I first started breeding. I thought it was 5 of the Pokemon equipped. No, it's a combined of the 2 Pokemon together. They can be obtained from the Delibird shop in Messagosa for 20,000 Pokecoins. I'm just going to call them Pokecoins. So fairly easy to obtain. Uh, fairly easy to obtain. Fairly simple to get once you have the money. So pretty simple, pretty self-standard. Next up is the Everstone. It is used to pass down the nature of the equipped Pokemon you are breeding. So if you equip it to an Adamant Sprigatito, for example, it'll pass down the Adamant nature. Now, if you alter said Sprigatito's nature from, let's say, Modest to Adamant, it'll pass down the Modest nature. It has to be the unaltered nature of the Pokemon. Okay? So as long as you have a unaltered Adamant Sprigatito, you will get that Adamant Sprigatito. Next up is the Ability Patch. This one I wanted to touch on. You can get it from both 6 and 7 star raids. 6 star raids you'll unlock at the end of the game after the Ace tournament, so after the post game. 7 star raids, same thing, but those are solely the event raids, like the Charizard and the Cinderace raids that recently happened. They're used to swap a Pokemon's ability to its hidden ability, or vice versa, if you don't want that hidden ability. For the parent Pokemon with the hidden ability, it kind of matters which one you give it to, or rather, which Pokemon has the hidden ability. If you're using a Ditto, it doesn't matter whether the hidden ability is on a male or female. But let's say you're using 2 Murkrows to try and get Prankster. It has to be a female at that point. So if you're using a Ditto, doesn't matter whether it's male or female that has the hidden ability. But if you don't use a Ditto, you have to use a female of the species you're going for that has the hidden ability to get it. Next up, the last item we're going to go over is the Bottle Cap. This is used more so after you breed for a Pokemon, of if you're just going for the nature or you're just going for the ability. It's used to manually alter the IVs of the Pokemon without breeding. Now I wanted to go over this because, similar with the altered natures, if you alter the IVs, they're not gonna pass down to the kid when they're altered. If you want to breed for IVs, you can't use bottle caps until after you get the IVs you want. I am always down to use them. I have so many. I have over 30 at this point because of all the raids and trying to get that ability patch. So long as you alter it, it will not pass down. Then going on, for some other information, for this one is more for Dittos with 5 IVs. They can be found in 6 star raids. Most Pokemon you find in 6-star and 7-star raids will have perfect IVs in at least 5 stats. Okay? Now, I have found some with 6 IVs that are perfect, but most of them have been 5, which I am more than fine with. Uh, Another 7-star raids, like the Charizard and the Cinderace. I know the Charizard has 6 perfect IVs. I haven't checked the Cinderace yet. And it is possible to go into a 6-star raid and come out with a 6 perfect IV Pokemon. That happened with Dondozo. With Ditto, in terms of breeding, I've found this might just be a me thing, but I found that I get eggs the fastest when using a Ditto, as opposed to using 2 Murkrows or a Dondozo and a Tatsukiri. When pairing up the Pokemon, I have found eggs fastest with Ditto. Then up next, food. So egg power. Egg power means that you'll get eggs faster, regardless if it's with a Ditto or not. Some that give you egg powers that you can make are the Great Peanut Butter Sandwich, which requires just bananas, peanut butter, and butter. That'll give you egg power too. All of these will give you egg power too. Then the Ultra Pickle Sandwich, which I misspelled pickle. There, I'm now realizing that. But that just required pickles, watercress, basil, and olive oil. Then the Great Marmalade Sandwich, which just requires cheese, marmalade, and butter. Now, there are sandwiches that give you egg power 2 that require Herba Mystica. But if you can make egg power 2 without it, I highly recommend doing it without. You can get all of these, I believe, from Port Marinata. But if you don't have the ingredients, or you don't want to make a sandwich, Los Platos sells ice cream with egg power 1. So you can easily just buy the ice cream, picnic outside of the town, like right next to it, and just keep coming back to get it when you need it. If I'm breeding with Ditto, I'll always just go for the ice cream as opposed to making a sandwich because it's a little easier. But when I'm using 2 Pokemon outside of Ditto, I'll usually make the Great Peanut Butter Sandwich because I already have all the ingredients for it, and it's a lot faster for me. But yeah, super simple. And like I said, I recommend not using the Herba Mystica to make sandwiches because I'd rather use that for Sparkle Power. Which, speaking of, Sparkle Power does not affect eggs in any way. Not when gathering them, not when hatching them. Sparkle Power will not help you. Then, the last thing I'm going to go over, just hatching faster. It's super simple. Having Pokemon with either Steam Engine or Flame Body in your party will hatch the eggs faster. So, Roly-Poly is the only one here that doesn't have Flame Body. It has Steam Engine. Then both Carkol and Colossal have both Steam Engine and Flame Body. All of Fletchinder, Talonflame, Larvesta, and Volcarona have Flame Body. So if you have any of these Pokemon, so if you're hatching eggs, just catch one of these Pokemon. Talonflame's first, or its base form, I can't remember. Fletchling. It's early on, right by that lighthouse. You can just catch it, level it up super fast, and you'll have your Pokemon. I hope this makes breeding Pokemon a little easier for you. Comment down below. If I missed anything, I'll make another video on what I missed, and I'll see you all in the next one. Stay frosty, my friends.